Welcome to Bladed Tech Gaming and our rebooted Death Stranding walkthrough and travelogue. This is the 17th part of our gameplay. In part 16, we delivered pizza to a prepper shelter nearby Lake Knot City, and then connected the distribution center north of South Knot City to the UCA chiral network. It was in the private room at the distribution center we encountered Fragile and heard her story of the terrorist nuclear attacks on Middle Knot City and South Knot City. Let us rejoin Sam at the South Knot City Distribution Center as he reviews the delivery manifest for his next logical step in reuniting the U.S. in the form of the UCA. Thanks again for choosing to watch our content. Let's continue. Alright, we're back with Death Stranding. We've been doing a little more grinding to set up road segments. As I mentioned before in previous episodes, we won't be showing a lot of the road building because it's repetitive and involves an enormous amount of grinding. But the road building really helps in terms of getting around. The road building can be problematic, obviously for watching, but so is watching someone drive a motorcycle around all over the rocks, which I've watched some. Yeah, exactly. We're leaving. Don't worry. Some YouTubers do as well. So that's just as painful. So it's 6 of one, half dozen of another. So we're going to skip all of that, a lot of that. We may do some side missions with the road building. I'm not sure yet. All right, so no flashback sequence here. Let's go see what the next order is. Oh, yeah, I've been playing Sinking City, and no doubt I'll screw up my commands again. Let's see here. Orders. First, let's look at this. Let's look at the bot orders. Now we have. I think the last episode, maybe the episode before, the bot was activated. We can now send bots on orders. The problem with bots, as you can see here, that the damage they take is ridiculous. Even if there's a road, supposedly, according to the lore, if there is a chiral road, the bots will take the chiral road and the damage will be less, but I haven't seen any evidence of that. Basically, it's hard to get an S on a bot order. But it does, if you get an A, you will get better connection. There's a B and a C in case you're wondering what the other grades are. C, you get no connection points at all. B, I can't remember if you get an A. A, you do get some. S is where you get most of the connection points. And you can see here we didn't quite get to level 4 yet. So, yeah. But the bots are useful for driving connections at nodes that you're not going to spend a lot of time delivering orders yourself for. So, high protein edible plants, less than 50% damage. So, the odds of this happening are pretty close to 0. So, we could send it, see what happens. Since there's no other orders, I guess just for demonstration purposes, maybe we'll do that. There's no real reason to go back to the Elder from the main mission point of view that I'm aware of. So, there's some interesting cutscene sequences, I understand, with the Elder much later in the game if you stick with it. Yeah. So it's interesting that when you activate a bot, you have to go back into the system. Anyway, so the only standard order was the order that was bot deliverable. So we'll go right to the next order, which is a main mission order, and it's to the weather station. The weather station does offer some interesting capabilities. It allows you to predict the weather, which kind of makes sense, but in the world of timefall, that's important. Some of the timefall happens all the time in some areas of the Death Stranding universe, and some weather is transitory. And some weather is driven by chiral storms, which are a part of the main mission dialogue, which I don't think the weather station has much to do with. But in any case, if once you connect with the weather station, you should get a weather map that is separately selectable. When you go into the regular map, you can get a chiral map, and then you can get just a geographic map. That's what we're looking at here. So let's take it. So I have to be less than 50% damage. It's not tough to get the weather station, even without the roads. It's only 15 kilograms, so You know, it's a very lightweight order. But we're going to take a motorcycle anyway. Yeah, I mean, there's no... We're going to avoid BTs, so we're not going to fight anything, so... Yeah, we'll take our trike. We have one vehicle so far in the game. I've stolen several, I think 4 of the mule trucks to see if they will regenerate in the mule encampments. I haven't yet. And I've stored them at Lake Knot City's parking lot. Eventually, the timefall will destroy them, and they will respawn for that reason. But so far, that hasn't happened. If we do a Lake Knot City episode here, I'll show you what the parking lot looks like. So, chirally engaged. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah. So we have weapons, which is pretty necessary. By the way, the bullet gun, which is the only weapon we have, other than the blood grenade, the blood grenade is really the most effective against BTs. But the bullet gun does work against BTs. Not as effective as the blood grenades, but they do work. I don't know if we get an opportunity to show that or not. So... Anyway, we've grinded enough to allow us to reach the weather station with a trike without destroying the damn thing in rough terrain. So, at least I hope we did. So the South Knot Distribution Center, which is what we're leaving, is bracketed by BT and mule territories. As we go towards you can see the observation tower straight ahead. I think that's a chiral tower. We didn't build it. It starts raining. It's always raining over there. So even though it's sunny right here, the weather in Death Stranding is kind of funny. It will be raining over there. If the storm's large enough, it will even reach out this far. So straight ahead, that bouldery area is a BT area, and also as well to the right. I see it's starting to rain. Basically, if BTs are active, it's going to be raining. And it's always active over there. So yeah, this tower, I've actually used it once already. I'm not sure what the purpose of it is. I think it's for people who are footing it over this terrain. As you can see, it's pretty ugly. Mentioned in previous episodes, this basalt terrain is, very, very rough to travel over. Yeah, so we don't have enough chiral crystals to... I think we might have enough materials to load up this paver, but not enough chiral crystals. And this trip will help us deal with that. I guess, for the purpose of some of the viewers, who probably wondering where the hell we're going, so... Whoop. Oh, sorry. So, yeah. So we're right here at this unactivated paver. South Knot City is right here. There's a big void crater from where that fragile nuclear weapon went off. It only destroyed part of the city, which is this portion right here has been destroyed, but this portion is still active. So it's essentially acts as a full knot. But we're not going that direction. You can see the terrain's pretty horrendous. So we will be road building over here to assist in our completing missions. But in any case, we're going up to the weather station. The trick is to what we want to do is, there's a bridge right here, so maybe we'll take the bridge, cross over the river that's right here, and then there's a natural saddle that is here, which takes you straight up to the weather station. So that's the path we're taking. Anyway, so that's where we're going. So now we mapped it out, you can see what we have in mind. Yeah, someone helpfully, previous times we played the game, we've put the bridge here. Someone else helpfully did it. This is a great spot for a bridge. You can get trucks over. It allows you to use trucks to the weather station, which is really kind of its benefit. Although, when we place the bridge, we would place the bridge closer to where the bike is in this view. That way you eliminate this bottleneck, which is always annoying when you're driving trucks around. Anyway, so yeah, you go up the saddle. It's often raining over here. We're actually not going to go towards this way. We're going to go right here. You know, so very often you get chiral crystals, so hopefully that's what we'll be doing. I guess we could have gone this way too. Ooh, wait. Vehicles will slide backwards when you stop them on a slope. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Which is kind of interesting. In particular, the trucks will definitely slide backwards. We're carrying very little cargo here, so the drain on the battery of the motorcycle is really not that severe. We haven't connected this node yet, so we're not going to see a lot of abandoned cargo, if any. Those don't populate until the chiral network generally is connected. At least not to any significance. So you can see the weather station up here. So the bridges Expedition 1 dropped people off of this weather station, but it's waiting for the Bridges Expedition 2, which essentially is us now, since the rest of them were killed, to connect that station with the rest of the network. The black strands you can see here show BTs. That area entire over there is BT land. It doesn't appear to be any city wreckage or a wrecked road, so I'm not quite sure what the connection is with BTs in that area, but it doesn't always necessarily make sense. Obviously, there's something actually down there. What is it? Distribution center. Okay. Yeah, so there's some chiral things. Since we don't really care about damage to the bike because when you store it at the center, it completely revitalizes it. Nice, look at this. Nice. That's a big one. Yeah, I was going to say. That's a big one. Those are the ones that really matter, those big chiral deposits. They look like, you know, two palms face out. Anyway, so back up here. Once you drive a truck back and forth in this road a few times, it develops a path, which eliminates some of these boulders. Yeah, as you can see, the trip here is really not a big deal. You could have hoofed it. There's no BTs, particularly if you avoid this area over here, right behind the bike in this view. So, not a real big deal. You cannot drive vehicles into the centers, which is interesting. Okay, so let's make a delivery.
Delivering cargo.
Hello. Sam Bridges, right? We've been expecting you. The gauge you brought is going to save a lot of lives. Let me do a quick inspection. Oh, wonderful. It's in perfect condition. Thank you. Once you connect us to the network, we'll be able to share our measurements with everyone. You mind doing the honors?
All right, let's continue. Alright, so we get the level 2 PCC here. And a floating carrier. That's handy. And as I was discussing before, so we get weather data. And the timefall shelter. I'll show you how the timefall shelter works down the line. And a safe house. We've seen safe houses so far in our travels, although I'm not sure if we've discussed it yet on this particular, in an episode previously. Safe house acts essentially as a kind of like a private room outside of one of the distribution centers. Only the distribution centers have private rooms, except for safe houses, which can be planted by anybody connected to the Death Stranding service, which can be established by anybody connected to the Death Stranding servers. And I think there's a random selection of whose safe houses gets in your particular server. I think it's random. Yeah, so here's the weather forecast. We can look at that. So you can see on the map to the north a little bit of BT action, because the timefall symbols are there. No BT symbols for some reason, but they are there. We ran into them not recently. What's this? There's a exclamation point going south. That's going towards another node. I don't know why the exclamation point is there. Probably because of more timefall, I would guess. I'm not sure. But we'll find out.
I'm sure they told you, but this weather station was built before the Death Stranding. Bridges 1 came and fixed it up. Unfortunately, we lost contact with our weather satellites a while back. Interference from chiral clouds. So it's been tough to measure chiralium levels and predict timefall. But thanks to you, this weather station can finally function as intended. You made our jobs easier. Now let us do the same for you. We won't let you down, I promise. Take care.
I see you got the weather station back online. Excellent work, Sam. When a region is integrated into the chiral network, it's also brought closer to the beach, in a manner of speaking. There's a significant impact on chiralium levels, and measuring that impact is one of the Cupid's primary functions. The more we know, the more accurately we can determine where to expect timefall and when. Without the chiral network, we'd be left guessing. Oh, and thanks to your latest accomplishment, you can now review the weather forecast via your cufflinks. Check your map. You'll see. Ought to come in handy when you're planning routes. I'll keep an eye on the chiral density from right here in my lab. It's not too far from South Knot City. Keep processing those orders and you'll put that region on the grid soon enough. Good luck, Sam.
Good work, Sam. That's one more site on the grid. Keep it up and we'll be finished before you know it. The weather station's forecast should be visible to everyone on the chiral network now, yourself included. You can access them via your cufflinks. It could be useful when plotting your routes.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery
really
terminal
good
for
time-wise.
further information.
Yeah. So we'll probably just go to the next mission here on this segment. There's a standard order. Let's see what that is. Hump stuff resin ceramics all the way back to Lake Knot City. Deliver models of 20th century cars to the distribution center. Well, we can consider that. This is what we'll do. So we'll go to the nearest unconnected node, which is the Timefall Farm. There's also construction of a safe house. I guess we'll do that first, maybe? Let's do that first, because it's just real nearby.
We've added a timefall shelter option to your PCC. They're perfect for keeping you and your cargo dry until the weather improves.
I'm not sure if a level 1 PCC or level 2 PCC is required.
Congratulations, Sam. Your PCC's leveled up, so to speak. It now has the capacity to produce more complex structures. I'll let Mama fill you in on the details.
Sam, I've added a safe house schematic to your PCC. It's a fairly large structure, so it'll take a lot of time and materials to build. But once complete, It's pretty much identical to a private room. Give it a shot.
Yeah, so you can jump.
A floating carrier is a kind of tractor car. Chiral crystals keep it suspended in midair, allowing it to move unimpeded over rough terrain. You can load one up with cargo and tow it to your destination with minimal effort. If one's not enough for your needs, you can hook it up to another and take two. Just keep in mind that carriers require a steady supply of chiral crystals to operate. Make sure you have enough to get where you need to go.
A good reason not to drain your chiral crystal supply to zero, which I've almost done trying to build roads. But we'll get it back up again. I don't really need the floating carrier, but I do need the PCC. Whoa. We're going to load some of it onto the bike, yeah.
Order assigned.
Yeah, I'm going to drop off we have the bike, so we don't really need the carrier, so we're going to... The carrier is useful when you're transporting sensitive gear that can't be carried in the back of a truck or a car. So, let's drop that off. Yeah, we don't need that. So let's put that in the private locker. While we're here, I might as well see if there's anything useful in the share locker. Oh, there's nothing. Okay. Interesting loadout arrangement there.
Sam, you're going to need more chiral crystals. Get out there and search. When you found the required amount, head
am
to
I
the
short?
site and get that safe house in order.
Ah. 300. Whew. Alright, I guess we'll hunt around for some around here locally.
Keep on keeping on.
That's because I'm really low.
Keep it up, Sam. You're making over your limit.
So we'll just hunt around until we find something. Bunch of ceramics here. No crystals. Weird. Alright, so we'll have to drop this off at the post box and then go find some crystals. So let's go do that. I mean, we just go back to the distribution center. This will work just as well. It's a gold post box, so just take all of the gear we can possibly come up with. Alright, so we'll drop off the special alloys. In fact, we'll drop off the BCC, we won't do that either. And while we're here, we'll check out the share locker. Oh, nothing there. Okay. Interesting. Wouldn't expect it to be empty. Oh, look. As we were standing here, we got some chiral crystals. We'll take it.
There we go.
There's another one right there. Let's go get that too. Yeah, we were really, really low. The road segments are real chiral crystal pigs. We're up to 213. Oh, so we need another 90. We got some over here too. I guess we can just run around the countryside. Let's go get it.
There we go.
Hopefully these crystals aren't too far over the horizon, because that's VT area. There's one. Yeah, see, the closer you get, obviously. It's raining because of the VTs. Look at this. Way on the other side. Ooh. Nice. What are we up to now? 284? Okay. Yeah, see the upside down rainbow? So we'll retreat here. We're wearing chiral boots, which are last longer than regular boots, but you cannot repair them, which is kind of annoying. They have to be fabricated. I can't remember which prepper fabricates them, but I know somebody does. You get them as spiffs for the completion of certain basic orders, side missions. I just happened to find this in a post box or, like, you know, one of the share lockers, something like that. When it rains, these chiral crystals self-spawn. But I have seen them spawn in, like, completely dry conditions, so you never know. I haven't made sense yet of the spawn scheme in the game. PTTs, for example, seem to spawn randomly. Like they, my guess is that there's a parameter that sets the number, and then it allows it to randomly spawn. Because they seem to be proximity sensitive. Like you get to an area that's supposed to spawn a VT, and then it spawns it. Like, until you can't see it until you get, like, right on top of it, which is kind of annoying. It's supposed to be limitations of our Dune's capability. How are we doing here on our? Sorry, I have a little control problems here. Let's try it again. Yeah. So we can toggle the weather map. Cycle map is R3. Yeah. So this is the chiral map. I'll get it off the. And you can see which regions are chiral connected. So we got a ways to go before the South Knot City is chiral connected. And here's the weather. So timefall, you can see, is the blue shaded area. Alter the time for which the weather forecast is being displayed. Interesting. We try that. 10 minutes from now. 20. That's interesting. So it shows that there's going to be a large rainstorm, and then... Okay, so 30 minutes in the future is the farthest you can do it. So that's interesting. Okay, and you can't do it in the past, which I guess makes sense. Then it wouldn't be a forecast. Alright, anyway, we're here to look at what chiral crystals we have, which does not show. That's annoying. There's got to be a way to check it. There is no way to check it. You have to pick up chiral crystals, really, to check it? That can't be right. I'm sure I'm missing something important. Terrain resistance, manage. There's the character stats. Lung capacity, yeah. Okay. Well, there's a chiral crystal over here, so we'll pick it up and we'll find out what our total is. I'm sure I'm missing something. I'll have to look it up. Let me get around this little ravine. Alright, here we go. Alright, so what's the total here? 364, so we're good. So let's go get the bike and our supplies. Oh, so another chiral crystal just spawned up ahead. Well, I was looking in that direction. Oh, there's another one. We'll take that one too. This area, because of all the rainfall, gets a lot of crystals, and we're really short. You're going to need thousands, well over 10,000 crystals to build any reasonable number of roads. Segments, really. They're not even the roads, they're just segments of roads. Alright. So let's, no. Customize structure. Okay. No, we don't want to customize structure. What am I doing? No? I want to activate it. Yeah, sometimes the buttons change depending on what structure you're using. Okay. So private locker. So let's dump everything back on our back and our bike. Now we'll adjust the cargo. So we'll drop 2 of these in the bike. Oh, that's interesting. It won't let me do that. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Okay. Alright. No, we'll just turn around and we'll activate the bike menu. Now let me do it. Okay. It's kind of ridiculous they didn't let me do it before. Okay. Alright. Alright, so where are we going again? Okay. It's up here somewhere. Right here. Up there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they picked this particular location. It's like the post box mission from several episodes ago where they picked a location that no one's ever going to use.
All right.
Back out of the circle here.
Let's get that safe house built.
You good to go, Sam?
Shh.
First, equip your PCC and select
Better do
Safe
it right
House.
now. Whoops, wrong one. Okay. Post box, bridge, safe house.
Sam, you'll want to get those materials over to the safe house sooner rather than later.
Stand up, buddy. There you go. Look at it like. Alright. And then we'll have the chiral crystals we need here. 300's a lot, considering it's just level 1. Yeah, so let's get the other off the bike. There's actually a button you can push to lift the 2 things into your hands off the bike. I always do it accidentally, but when I want to do it, like now, I can never do it. One of the nice things about these missions is that they give you the materials you need, because they suck up a lot of materials. Light the bridge is the only time you're allowed to stand in the construction zone when it's being built. I don't know why they don't let you do it afterwards. Yep, so. Pretty straightforward mission. I don't know what you get for connection level with Die Hardman. I have no idea what that's worth.
Thank you, Sam. This safe house will be a boon to countless others in the long run. I'm not just talking about the porters who'll use it as a stopover on the way to the weather station, but the people they help and the people they help. We're all connected to someone else, Sam. But you'll have the honor of being the first person to rest there.
We'll pick up these 2 cargo pieces before going back to the station. It's a generator over here. Interesting. I guess for some reason that's a site that people drive along fairly often. I don't know if I drive over that terrain, but someone must be doing it. Alright. It's here, so we might as well make use of it.
Aye. That's a good charge.
Wait. After a while, I don't normally stop for these small ones because then I'll give you a couple crystals, but since we're so low, I'll pick it up.
There we go.
Yeah, 6. But when you have none. Let's drop off the found cargo. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Make delivery. One of the two was for the weather station, so we should get connection for that.
Delivering cargo.
Thank you for coming. You really are incredible. I don't know how you do it.
The station attendant appears to be wearing a security uniform, although I'm not sure. I mean, security's black. If you remember from a previous episode, we looked at all the uniform types. So I don't know, you get legends when you take orders which are premium, I think. Maybe it's just when you get S's. I'm not sure. I think it's premium S orders. It says I have 5. I don't remember delivering 5 premium orders. Maybe I have when I was grinding.
Well, good luck to you, and take care of yourself.
Good work. New order available.
Alright, I think we'll take a break. Thanks for watching the series, and I hope you're enjoying the content on this channel. We'll see you guys on the other side.